So now I'm inside the building. Very funny, just here at the entrance. Someone was coming if I'm the guy from the videos. It was the couple who's owning the BMW Z3. So hello once again. Nice to meet you. So now just to let you know also what's inside the building. So I don't know what they're doing there, if there's also something that is celebrated or it's only just to relax. But well, down there is also the access to the free exhibition of their prototypes. Here's some information. There was also just before some information about the classics and coffee. Just here you can also see classics and coffee. Yeah, and you can see here you can get the tickets, but you can also go down. There's the escalator, and that's where I'm going now, because I want to go down and to check what we can find. I'm curious also if this youngtimer exhibition is down below there, but we will find out. Here's the escalator where I'm going down, and here just behind there is also a restaurant, and at that restaurant you can also find some cool cars, so the prototypes, because they are on different levels. But now, just to let you know, we're going down the level, so when you never have been here, this is still free access. And you can also find some cool stuff, so like this here. And here, by the way, this is about the classics and coffee. Well, I've been too slow. And there's also always a different car here. So this time it's a Mercedes-Benz A-Class Hyper from 1999. Also amazing looking. I really like it. So what's about that? 90 horses. It was a hybrid with 35 horsepower electronic on the rear axle. So together 125 acceleration, 8 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. But it's a study, so this is not a car that was really brought out. Fancy color, typical from the 90s. So here, Mercedes-Benz Museum, special exhibition, youngtimer. Youngtimer means, well, you are calling the cars that are older than 30 years to be oldtimer, and if it's 20 years plus, then it's youngtimer. When we were young, so I can remember the A-Class was advertised to be a car for young people, but in fact it were the elderly people who were actually buying it. I mean, I found it cool when it came out. Found it really interesting. A little Mercedes car for young people. But I never owned one. But I was driving one. It's very different, because actually this car was designed to have a battery just here on the floor, so it has a sandwich floor. That's meaning that you're actually sitting like in a normal car, but just a little bit higher. So well, you cannot see the thing, but it's not, you're sitting here, so it's just the floor is just around here, so very different compared to other cars in this size. Well, and here is the shop where you can get some stuff. I will get my sticker now, but let's just walk around. Here are often some open air cinema stuff that's happening during the year. Here you can also find the stuff to shop, some model cars, for example. Here you can eat there, and behind that is also a restaurant. And here is, if you're under the week there, here, so in the middle of the week, then back behind there is the Mercedes-Benz dealership. You can also find lots of cool stuff. So, and here you can see what I've got. This is the classics and coffee sticker that I was just picking up for being the first time in this year here. There will be another thing that you can get after you've been the 5th time here and the 10th time, and a very special when you are here at the 20th time. But I'm not being here this often. But also very cool model cars. And over here are more model cars, scale 1 to 18, and maybe this here is looking, it's even 1 to 80, 1 to 8, no, 1 to 12. Very interesting. So, well, I've also filmed this once before, but I'm now rushing away because of the music. There's the snack bar, and here's the restaurant where you can eat. That's where I forgot last year the nice hamburger or cheeseburger was very nice. Here are also some cars. I will also film that. And here is the park deck. Let me just go straight through it. So the park deck can also be very interesting, as you can notice here. So here we have also some part of the special exhibition. Scale 1 to 1, as you can notice here, from 2005. Youngtimer, what stands there? Only one was produced. It's a Mercedes-Benz CLK 320 CDI. So when we are here, also take a look into the park deck, because there are also some surprises, as you can notice here. This time I'm not posting it as a special by itself, so I'm also just 18 plus rushing through it. Deck has 2 floors, and in both floors are, I'm thinking in the top floor there are two of these cars, and on the other one here 3. So here, Youngtimer from 1998. It's just like a package of Hot Wheels or something like that. Mercedes-Benz CL 500 with all the decals here on the glass. It's difficult to see the cars, but well, you can see something. So if you don't want to film it, then you can still see something, and you're knowing what you can find. So here you can see it, CL 500. It's in C140. Easier to see with the eyes than with the camera, I guess. So here, number 3, W203 C-Class from Mercedes-Benz. I like them, I like the design. It's a C55 AMG. What I didn't like about these is the rust. These have been even worse than the W201, which has been the predecessor and which has been called to be a rust bucket, but this thing was even worse than that. 4,000 units were produced of this Mercedes-Benz C55 AMG. So now I'm walking up the 2nd floor of the park deck. So, and here are really only 2 of these boxes. Mercedes-Benz ML 500, it's the 1st generation. This one also has been produced in the United States of America. Quality-wise, it was not what the German customers wanted. So later it was also produced in Austria, and with the facelift, I've heard that these cars were then in the same level in quality. So the cars were then, then was no matter if you're buying the American or the German version, well, actually the Austrian. Whew. Just running up. So here, Mercedes-Benz Classic, also already a car from the 90s, can be already 30 years old, guys. There's a rarity. This is the special edition of the Mercedes-Benz A-Class that we have seen also before. So here, this is the Häkkinen special edition. It's the first time I'm seeing it. So this was actually painted, or is it maybe decal, I don't know. It's looking actually to be painted. Amazing. Edition Häkkinen. I'm pretty sure Model Car Finn will notice that, because Mika Häkkinen has been a Formula One driver from Finland. So just take a look at this. This is really a cool A-class. Only 125 pieces were made of this. Mercedes-Benz A160. And what is this? No idea who has undersigned here. But yeah, interesting. So that's what you can expect from the museum. I'm leaving again, but here's also one thing I want to tell you. Okay, this car is from the Mercedes-Benz museum. But if you're coming with your classic, especially if it's a Mercedes-Benz classic always can park free outside in front of the museum. And this one seems to be from the museum, so that's perhaps why it's parking here. And on Sundays at Classics and Coffee, well, of course, you're parking then outside. So anyway, W126. Oh, nice. And it seems to be a car from the museum itself, because there's the Instagram mentioned from the museum. But I can just tell you once again, gang, so stay tuned. Oh, what a wonderful color. Loving this color. Absolutely lovely. Here, Facebook and Instagram, Mercedes-Benz Museum. And this is mine also in this color? If yes, then it's nice. Then it's like the color of my car. Or is it white? I don't know. Very nice. So that's the sticker what I've also just got now.